AskReddit by Sophie Dan. What seems normal at 2 p.m. but scary at 2 a.m. Children screaming outside. During the day you'd think they are playing, at night you'd think they are getting murdered. TBH, even during the day they often sound like they re getting murdered. Work, the following day. Sunday night anxiety. A call from your parents. Was 12:02 a.m. when I got the call my dad passed away couple months ago. It was around 10 p.m. when I got the call from my grandpa that my grandmother was in the hospital when she fell and broke her femur at 78 years old. Getting a call from family that late absolutely is not a good time. Best hope is that they're just really drunk and need somebody to talk to. Going into the basement. Always scary emo. Knock at the door. I had this happen before. It was 2:30 a.m. and someone started pounding on my door yelling at me to come out there. Then another voice said they know I'm home and they just wanna talk. Then a third voice said everything will be fine if I just go out there and talk to them. Then more pounding. My room was near the door, so I heard one of them say they'll be right back and have to go get something from their car. The other to keep talking and saying stuff like we know you're in there. We just need to talk. The one eventually comes back and says guys, this is the wrong apartment. He lives in apartment number. The group apologizes to the door for being so drunk and they just wanted to talk to a friend who bailed on their night out. Whistling. Scared the shit out of me with this answer. Swimming in the ocean. Good one. I once asked my fiance how much money it would take for him to spend 10 minutes in the ocean alone at night, deep enough so that the water was at neck level. His answer was, no. Hearing a ice cream truck. This idea is horrifying me for some reason. Chair full of clothes. I thought you meant that I have to fold before I can go to sleep. Lol. Walking alone in the woods. OMG. One time I took mushrooms and remember reading about going on hikes and thought it would be awesome to be out in nature, so I did, but I didn't account for it being 10 p.m. and it ended up being like the Blair Witch Project and now I'm afraid of the dark. A chainsaw running. This could be horrifying at 2 p.m. too if it was in your house and you lived alone. The dog barking at nothing. I see you're barking and raise you. Dog cat making tense eye contact with the corner of the room. A stroller being slowly pushed down the road. Squeakily. Alexa saying sorry, I don't know that one when no one asked a question. Or it just randomly starts playing music. A car driving without their lights on. As someone who was born in the 90s in one of Houston's most dangerous area, I was told if we saw or heard certain things by my mom to seek safety. Was standing outside when I was maybe 12 with my older cousin near the railing in front of our door on the second floor of the apartment. Saw this and my cousin told me we should go inside. Not even 2 minutes later, whole neighborhood is being lit up by semi-automatic fire. So you're absolutely right. Flying a kite. It's so unwholesome. Hello mother dear. Children's laughter. My old house used to have a decently sized backyard. I was out one summer night on the porch having a cigarette before bed. Out of the silence and darkness I heard a little girl laughing. Now I'm sure it was a neighbor's kid or something, but I immediately said nope, put out my cigarette, and went inside. The way the house creaks in the wind. People literally just being outside lol. Especially when you live 10 minutes from your nearest neighbor. Anyone calling my name. A knock at your door. That's always scary. Sounds of children playing outside. My neighbors are from Central Asia and they go back home every so often. When they come back their internal clocks are all out of sync. The kids will play early in the morning. First time I experienced it, it was 3 in the morning and these kids were laughing a lot. Scared the shit out of me. Edit, not Middle East, Central Asia. Amazon truck outside your home. Fucking finally, my package is here. Hearing birds that aren't nocturnal, chirping or cawing at night. I'm embarrassed to admit I didn't know there were nocturnal birds until about 10 years ago. Once, I heard birds in the middle of the night. I legit thought I was losing my mind. I had never ever heard birds at night anywhere. So it was dark and late, and there are noises that I only ever hear in the daylight. It was the creepiest thing I had ever experienced. The sun being out. Depends where you live, go far enough north or south and the sun will stay up for days at the right time of year.